Bitcoin is capital. Bitcoin is not currency. Gold has been used as capital. It's not currency anymore. The very simple thing that the U.S. ought to do is they ought to sell the gold and buy Bitcoin with it and buy 20% of the Bitcoin network. It's very simple. Just swap the gold for Bitcoin. If anybody actually swaps out their treasury bills for Bitcoin, then the U.S. is going to own it all. It's kind of like just getting Alaska or the Louisiana Purchase for free. They could pretty much have 20% of the network for free overnight just with a swap. They could even print the money. I mean, they could buy it for next to nothing. The only alternative to the treasury bill for anybody is Bitcoin. And so just do that, and Bitcoin becomes the world reserve capital network, and the U.S. will own both sides of the equation. They'll own the currency and the capital.
And with that, what's happening, Crypto Cruise? Sean's going back at you, another cryptocurrency video.
Hey guys, sorry for the quick interruption, but if you're interested in trading MicroStrategy options, any other stock out there, Bitcoin, Solana, or any other crypto out there, you can now do that on MooMoo. And if you sign up with our affiliate link, which we pin in the comment section, also in the description below, when you sign up and deposit any amount, you're going to receive up to 20 free stocks, and each one of these stocks could be valued at up to $2,000. So make sure to sign up with MooMoo. Go get that free money. Now let's go ahead and get back to the video.
And to piggyback on that, if you guys want some free stuff, get your 30 free stocks, each valued up to $2,000. Here's the link. It's in the description below. And getting straight into it, we're seeing 4-year cycle might die, but Bitcoin's epochs continue. So what are the epochs? Look at this chart. We see that the epochs are every 4-year cycle. So we have the first epoch from 2012 to 2016, and then 2016 to 2020, 2020, 2024, 24 to where we are right now. So you see the open and where we close at. So back in 2012 or 2016, we over that 4-year period, we opened at $12 and closed at $6.48, over a 5,000% return. Open is going to be where the close is here, $6.48, close 1,200% return. Open to 64,658% return. So as you see, the returns are diminishing over time, but the open was around 65,000. And right now we have some time for this next epoch to close. Now, if we look at the trend's your friend to the end. So we're going to pull out our percentage decrease calculator. And right here we have 5146 to 1223. So let's look what this gives us. We're looking at a 76% decrease. And then from there we go 1223 to 658. So we go from a 76% decrease down to a 46% decrease. So 76 to 46. So the decrease got less. And from here, if we have even a lesser percentage decrease, so from 76 to 46, we had a roughly 39% decrease. So from 46, we want to get a 39% decrease. So that'll take us down to about 28 for this final value for the decrease from 658 to where this potentially could be if the pattern stays consistent. So if we want to get roughly down to 28% from 658, that's about a 28% decrease. So 470 is the answer there. So if this final value has a 470% return based on the decreases, remember this. So 470 from the open, we'll be looking at roughly 65,000. So a 470% decrease or increase would be a 5.7x. So this will take us up to about $370,000 around the close of this next epoch. So major moves could be occurring in the Bitcoin price charts. And then here's an update from BitPain, something to pay attention to. This cycle will take much longer than you think. This cycle will go much higher than you think. It'll be characterized by sudden upward volatility followed by long periods of consolidation. It will punish everyone trying to trade. It will punish everyone with a high time preference, punish anyone who thinks it's going to be like it was before, and punish anyone who thinks S coins have any value at all. So that's interesting. He's thinking that altcoins may not appreciate faster than Bitcoin. In writing every Bitcoin out of paper hands of impatient traders. So the best thing you can do is log off, stack a little every day, focus on your life, and ignore the price for at least 2 to 3 years. So what do we see right now? The current price action is around 95.7K, and we are in a downtrend. The trend's your friend to the end. Could we see lower price appreciation? Yes. Why do we say this? Because right now we're below the 20 and below the 50 moving average. So the 50 moving average could now act as resistance. Bull market support band is down to 88. But look here, we have this trend where we held this support line down here and also held this support line up here. Well, we came down and wicked down to it. We haven't closed below this line yet. The current time it's recording, this line's around 94.3. We wicked below this, around to 94. Will we fall into this lower channel and retest the bull market support band? And looking out further, the 200 moving average is still coiling up. And will we come back and retest the 200 around the middle of March, around the $85,000 threshold? Now, for those that don't know, Josh Mandel, that's what he's been predicting. He's been predicting by mid-May around 84K. Is this what he's seeing? And we would fall below the bull market support band. People would think this is over. So if we see further price appreciation, what's MicroStrategy going to do? The current time it's recording, MicroStrategy is below 320 at 319. So this is an opportunity, but could we see more downwards pressure here? Most definitely. At the current time it's recording, as mentioned, 318.85. And we're still in this channel. We want to hold this upwards trend line right here. The current time it's recording, this is around 312. We're not down there yet. We are below the 20 moving average. The 50 is coming up. We're sitting right by the bull market support band, but could we fall even further down to this trend line right here? That'll take us down to the 300 range. But then also, if we could retest this red line, that would take us all the way back down to 200. So could we get back into the 200 range? That's definitely a possibility. Check this chart out right here. Shout out to Brett_ETH. Give him a follow. But look at these confluences in the chart from 2021 to what we're seeing present day. This is when MicroStrategy had its peak back then. And look what happened. MicroStrategy's top was before the Bitcoin top. Bitcoin followed MicroStrategy's top back. This happened back in January, February-ish time frame in 2021, and then Bitcoin didn't peak until around April, so it was a few months later. And look what's happening right now. This went into a full-blown bear market. Look at the confluence from what just happened. We had this peak here back in November, up to 500 and whatever odd dollars post split. And this looks oddly similar to 2021. It's in this channel, it breaks out of it below this moving average line. And could we be getting pushed down to lower levels? Look at this 200 range. Could we be seeing that range once again? And look here, a few months later, Bitcoin then put in a new all-time high. Could Bitcoin still put in a higher high by March? Potentially, but this looks like this is repeating. Could the cycle go into an early bear market, guys? If it is, you want to have some dry powder for this. It looks like we could be seeing downwards pressure. Everything's pointing in that direction. So you don't want to overtrade this, and you don't want to be levered long. Be in spot. Because if you're in spot, yeah, your portfolio dollar valuation will go down, but you won't lose any shares. You'll still have the same amount of Bitcoin. One Bitcoin always equals one Bitcoin. And accumulate some more dry powder to buy these dips if they come. So keep that in mind. And with that, I'm Sean with the Bitcoin Bros. You guys like this content, go ahead and smash the like button. If you haven't subscribed to the channel, go ahead and show us some love. We appreciate each and every one of you. And with that, I'm out.